and the unvaccinated are the ones that are driving these escape mutants. That from a fundamental evolutionary standpoint, as a molecular virologist, this doesn't make sense. This virus now is known to mutate, throw off mutants, at a much higher rate than we expected it to be. So there are very many mutants. The virus is evolving very rapidly. This is akin to what happens if you overuse antibiotics. So in sum, what we're doing with universal vaccination is driving towards this endpoint of vaccine-resistant mutants. We don't have to.
So it would sound like also the idea almost we're on the defensive. We're trying to defensively vaccinate our way out of something that we're already deeply in.
Here's my optimistic view on Delta. Yes, Delta's new variant is shaped differently. Technically, it has escaped the antibodies from the vaccine. So we give a shot, give another shot, and say we're going to give a booster with the same shot for a virus that existed 5 variants ago. It's like saying to healthcare workers, we're going to give you a flu shot for the upcoming flu season, but we have leftover flu vaccines from 4 or 5 years ago in the freezer. Illogical, no common sense in that whatsoever. So the variant has escaped it, and if you use a vaccine-only approach, you select for these variants. My optimistic point is Delta is a wildfire. A lot of people are going to get it. If you look at countries that handled it right, the death rates from Delta in many and most countries were far lower from this variant than other variants. So I want to give that optimistic message. Does it mean people aren't going to get sick, not be hospitalized, not going to die? No, it doesn't mean that. But what we do need to look at, and I know Dr. Corey will address this, is early treatments. Because if you've been vaccinated, I think scientifically we need to be 100% honest with everybody and say, even if you're vaccinated or you're not, we can equal opportunity get the virus now, vaccinated or not, and the vaccinated can carry equal or higher viral loads.
It's not proof of anything, but the New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick made the point when asked about whether he should be, using vax status for players, said, to be honest, I look at my team, my coaches, my players, and it's like half and half. Some are vaccinated, some aren't. They're still getting COVID. That may be not a 50-50 real number, but we're seeing massive amounts of breakthrough, right? What does that say to people, Dr. Corey?
This path that we're on, which is this sort of monolithic vaccine-only strategy, we're explaining the science why that can't be the only solution. We cannot vaccinate ourselves out of this problem. The positive that I want to say is that we know of strategies. They're actually largely being ignored and suppressed, and I don't want to sound conspiratorial about this, but the reason why is because there's still a firmly held belief that the vaccines will solve this. The evidence that you just articulated is that